welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be painting my face using one brand and one brand only, and that is today using the brand Colourpop. This is a brand that I actually didn't try until like maybe 9 months ago or something like that. And then I fell in love, and then the rest is history. Pretty much that's how it goes, right? We find something we like and then we stick to it. So I have kind of collected over these several months different things from different collabs, like the Zodiac collab from Colourpop and Kathleen Lights, and from the Laura Lee collab, like this lip gloss here. So, and then just various different things all across the board. So I have a bunch of different products of theirs, and I'm excited to do this tutorial on one brand and one brand only because they're also a really affordable brand. They have really great products, they're really diverse products. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. I'm thinking it's gonna be amazing. I hope you guys are thinking it's going to be amazing. And I don't know why I'm like singing that word, but I'm gonna stop talking and singing and whatever it is that I am doing right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the makeup. But make sure you subscribe before I do so you don't forget at the end. If you're like me and you don't do it right away, you're gonna get it caught up in the video, or you're gonna go to the next one and then you just forget to subscribe. So make sure you do it now. But without further ado, let's get into the makeup. Okay, there's only a couple of products from theirs that I don't have, and one of them is their primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face using a non-Colourpop product that shall remain nameless because that's not the point of this video. So almost full face of Colourpop products. This isn't starting off well. I really should do like almost full face because I feel like that's a little misleading that I'm doing full face, but you know, it's close enough, right? I mean, close enough, whatever. Also, please don't mind my friends that decided to pop up for this video, aka Pimple 1 and Pimple 2. They decided that they wanted to hold hands and join us in this journey of Colourpop makeup. So don't mind them, they'll be covered up soon. Also, I had the lovely forethought to self-tan. That was actually a happy accident because I am pale AF, even though we're still just now heading into fall because I don't go outside much. Actually, that's not true. I just moved from Maine, and you really don't go outside much in Maine, let's be honest. So I'm still pale, but moral of the story, I self-tan because this foundation ordinarily is way too dark for me, but I love it all the same. So I self-tan, hopefully it'll work out. And this is the No Filter Foundation by Colourpop that I'm gonna go ahead and now apply. And I've gotta say, this is definitely one of my all-time favorite foundations. I wish I was like more tan normally so I could get away with this because it is absolutely just amazing. Great coverage, great longevity, feels great on the skin. I don't know why I keep being so repetitive today. I'm sorry. Whew, foundation is on, and I self-tanned like just enough to make it work. I'm excited. It's still like maybe a touch kind of warm tone for me, but compared to if I was like my true pale self, it's a lot better. So acne has gone, fears are gone, confidence is in. So we're gonna move on to concealer. So of course I'm going to match that foundation with the No Filter concealer. And I will say also, I mean, I love this foundation, but I think one of my absolute favorite products from Colourpop is this concealer. They just came up with like a bunch of new shades, I believe. And with or without this foundation, I swear this stuff is so creamy, so affordable, and it will hide your worst enemies. It will hide all of those skeletons in your closet. And most importantly, it will hide all of those horrid dark circles under your eyes. This I promise you. By the way, a little does go a long way with that concealer, so don't go too crazy like I tend to do, because you really don't need much with that stuff. So it's amazing, it's affordable, it hides everything, a little goes a long way. Awesome. And finally, to complement this this lovely base we've got going on here, of course I'm going to use their No Filter setting powder, and this is their translucent shade, because ordinarily my skin is practically translucent all on its own. That was a really lame joke, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry, really. So while I kind of let this all bake a little bit here, I'm going to move on to my bronzer. I'm feeling a little goofy today, I'm sorry, and I know it's because, I can tell you why for once, and that's because actually my husband is gone just for the day. He's visiting his dad, and you know, all you moms will understand, you love your children, you love them to death, but sometimes you like just having your me time when they're gone and you can just do your own thing. He's not a child, but I kind of feel the same thing, same way about him, so I'm sure a lot of you understand that. So I'm being a little goofy because he's not here, but anyway, back to the point of this video. Bronzer. I'm going to use their pressed powder face bronzer here. Don't know which shade this is. I'm sorry. It doesn't tell me what shade it is. And I can't remember all the shades of all my makeup ever. So I'm just going to apply this right above my line here. Nice and self-tan, so I don't need too much warmth. Strange feeling. It is a strange feeling being tan, which is actually really funny because growing up I was always really tan because I lived here in Texas and we grew up having a boat, so we were on the boat quite often, like every weekend in the summer. So I was just tan. Like I thought that was my natural skin. I was like, oh, I'm just naturally tan. You know, I'm not. I'm naturally pale as F. I'm not. I'm naturally pale as AF. I'm not. I'm naturally pale AF. It just took moving into a really cold state where you can't do much 9 months of the year to help me figure that out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dust away my bake now that I've done the bronzer and kind of blend all of that together. But having, I know you don't know if you guys have seen like the last couple of my videos, like the one I did where I used a full face using my mom's makeup, and my last one, which I reviewed the new like lip relays by the Beauty Crop. But my skin underneath my eyes has been so dry lately that the powder has been sticking to them, and it's like I see them on camera. I can't see them as much in person, but I see them on camera like uber highlighted, for which I'm sorry, and I'm like, God, what is wrong? So I've been putting some like extra eye cream on at night, and I think it's finally starting to help. So thank goodness for skincare items. And if you've never tried any of like their Super Shock formulas, whether it's these highlighters or their shadows, you are missing out. They're like in a great, amazing combination between like cream and powder. I don't even know how to describe it, except for it's like butter. It truly is like butter. And can we just appreciate that? Yes. Because that is a glow. Yep, that's what we want. Okay, next we have eyebrows, and for eyebrows I'm just using one, that is not the eyebrow pencil. For eyebrows, I'm using the Colourpop brow pencil, and this is in the shade Bangin' Brunette, because despite the highlights, I am a bangin' brunette. See what I did there? Let's move on to the eyebrow, shall we? Again, this is a great formula, and by the way, if you haven't already, like, if you don't already know, none of this is sponsored, like not at all. I just really have become obsessed with their products lately. For eyeshadow, If you're like me, one of my favorite parts. I will be using two different palettes. I'm going to be using the Disney and Colourpop collab palette and the Zodiac palette again, but by Kathleen Lights and Colourpop. So I'm just going to be kind of doing a mixture of both of these, and we're just going to play with it. I don't really have a look in mind or anything like that. We're just going to fly by the seat of our pants or something like that. I don't know exactly what the cliche is, but go with it. So to start out with, I'm going to go in with Chip from the Disney collab palette, and I'm just going to fluff this all into my eye to just kind of set the primer I already put down. So the two products that I don't have that Colourpop actually does offer is the primer and the setting spray, but they do not have an eyeshadow primer, and they actually don't have a mascara. So just so you guys know, those are the only non-Colourpop products that I am using. From the Zodiac palette, I'm going to go in with the Libra here, and I'm going to use that shade to put into my crease. Switching back over to the Disney collab, I'm going to go in with Triton here, and I'm going to add that to my crease as well to deepen it up a little bit more. And I'm just going to keep this slightly lower than the Libra, or attempt to. Not to be like super penny or anything like that, but this shade really is like a magical shade. I don't even know how to describe it. It's this beautiful tan, but it has like these weird shifts to it. Oh, it's beautiful. Switching back again, I'm really not trying to do like every other, but just these are the colors I want to use. I'm going to go in with the Sagittarius from the Kathleen Lights Zodiac palette, and I'm going to pop this on the outer corner of my eye. Shadows are just so pigmented. Once I have done that, I'm going to quickly go in before it dries with a wet brush into Juju from the Disney collection, and I'm going to pop that right over where the concealer was, slash is, because it's still there. And I'm just going to pack it on with a packing brush, because that's what it's there for. I'm going to go back in with the Sagittarius and blend those shades together on the outer edge. Then with my finger, because I find that when using these Super Shock shadows, which I'm about to go into, it's best to use your finger to get the most payoff. And I'm going to go into the shade 6 in the City. And I am just going to tap this in the center of my, over where Juju was. Just to add a little bit of sparkle. Then I'm going to go in with Prince Charming from that Disney collab palette, and I'm going to use that shade on the inner corner of my eye. It's one of my absolute favorite shades to put on the inner corner, especially with a pink look like this, because it does have pink reflex in the glitter. With my flat brush, I'm going to also go into the Sagittarius again and drag that same shade down to my lower lash line, connecting it with the top, like outer V we created. And I'm also going into Juju again and just smoking that lower lash line out a little bit with it. With a itty bitty little brush here, normally used for eyeliner, I'm going to go in with the Supernova shadow here that was also from the Kathleen Lights collab. And I'm going to just dip my brush into it like so. I'm going to attempt to put this over the eyeshadow with my crease. Keyword attempt. So we are done with the eyeshadow part. I'm moving on to eyeliner. I do have the Colourpop cream gel liner here, and I'm not going to go too crazy with this because I did go a little bit high on the glitter and the shine because I just couldn't help myself. So I'm just going to do kind of a simple line where my lashes are, just to bridge the gap between the mascara that I'm going to put on momentarily and the actual eyelid. I did also go ahead and apply some mascara because, again, Colourpop doesn't even offer mascara. So went ahead and applied that. And for lips, next I'm going to use, since I went with a kind of a pinky look, I'm going to go with the Belle lipstick, again from the Disney collaboration. This is this really pretty kind of pinky mauve shade. Love this color, so pretty. And then over top it in the center of my lips, I'm going to go over with the Ultra Glossy Lip, and this is from the Laura Lee collab with Colourpop, and this is in the shade Wham. Does anybody else think Careless Whisper as soon as they hear Wham? Or is that just me? Oh, I just love that color. Just love it as a lip topper, or all by itself. And here you guys have it. This is my mostly full face using only Colourpop products. Again, the only ones I didn't use were the primer, both eyelid and face primers, the mascara, and the setting spray there at the end. Everything else was fully Colourpop, and some of them were collabs, some are just individual products. Again, I really just love this brand, not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. All of their products for me have done so well, and I have really sensitive skin and they work really well for me, especially the face products. I can't rave enough about them, and that concealer I definitely think is like one of my absolute favorites from them. So again, this isn't kissing anybody's butt or anything like that. This is just my honest opinion and my love for this brand, so I wanted to highlight it with this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Have you guys tried Colourpop products? If you have, what were your favorites? Did you like them? Did you not? Did you guys... I feel like on that Mad TV skit when he's like, can I have your number? Can I have it? Can I have it? Can I have it? Can I have it? That's kind of how I feel. Did you like it? Did you? Did you not? What did you like? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.